Let's build a beautiful gaming PC in this juicebox PC case from Ironside. Here's a preview of all the parts I'm using today, and I'm using the black cherry juicebox case, but they have so many other cute flavors. Today we're using this ROG STRIX X870A gaming Wi-Fi. It comes with a Wi-Fi antenna, as the name suggests, which is white. These are going to go in slots 2 and 4. Sticker side usually goes on the left. No, they aren't pre-installed. All right, where are the accessories? Okay, so from this bag of accessories, all we need is this for AMD M4 M5. For AMD, we have to remove these pre-installed little brackets. So just pull these off and then open this accessories thing up. All right, so these little plastic collars, we're gonna wanna put, see these like notches? The notch side has to go on top. For AM5, that basically just means the Ryzen 7000 and 9000 series. Anything before that is AM4, so you would put the notch side on the bottom. These little like standoff things, there's a short side and a long side. Here's a long side. The long side goes down. So just screw those in. In a lot of cases, it's just easier to plug in the CPU PSU cables right now. So I'm just gonna do that. Sometimes it's like really hard or impossible to do once the motherboard is installed into the case. I've never seen this before, what the heck? These are what the cables look like. I wish this came with combs, but it doesn't. We're just gonna plug this right into here. Make sure it clicks. All right, here are the CPU power cables. It says CPU on the side right here. This side with the fatter, like, what do you even call this? Clicky part, that goes into the motherboard, and then the side with the skinnier one goes into the power supply, but on this PSU, it also just like tells you which side. This side goes into this motherboard. Make sure it clicks in all the way. Why is it not fitting? All right, there it is. Okay, when you scan the QR code, it actually brings up this. Very interesting. Here is what's on top, power button, 2 USB-A, 1 USB-C, audio, and I think this is restart. All right, this is glass, by the way. They printed on the glass. Let's take the panels off. I'm scared. Top one just pops off. There's a mesh filter in here. Also, just because I know someone's gonna call it out, this case is the Corsair 3500 that Ironside has created custom artwork for and UV printed. Oh my gosh, this panel always scares me. Okay. This front one also comes off. And then this back panel, all toolless panel removal. Now I'm just gonna put these cables through. If your motherboard doesn't have an I/O shield installed on the back, you need to install that I/O shield. Don't forget before you install the motherboard. So the motherboard is now installed. And now it's time to screw it in. So this middle standoff actually like protrudes out a little bit. So if everything is properly aligned, your motherboard should kind of like click into place and then it shouldn't like move. It's just easier to screw it in if it's laying flat. I'm just doing this so you guys can see. We're gonna go ahead and screw in all of these screws around here. And all the screws you need are gonna be in this little accessories box that was zip tied into the back of this case. I'm putting the cable on the bottom and then just putting it through the back. There will be like a slight gap between each fan, but I think that's the prettiest way to route them. So I put the fan cable on the bottom and through here and then screw it in. This case does support 3 more fans here on the bottom, but I personally think it looks kind of ugly. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, so I'm just gonna screw in this fan in the bottom right here. In the back. And then we're gonna install the AIO. It does kind of bother me that the fans aren't pre-installed, but I feel like when they came out with this, that wasn't really the meta. They also aren't daisy chain ones, so I'm gonna put them on separately like we're in the olden days. Nice little peel. I do like that they have this radiator like protected with this plastic stuff. Definitely need to remove this. All right, do that to both sides. All right, so it comes with this bag of screws. These have both the screws for the fans onto the radiator and to screw in everything into the case. So these long ones are gonna be for screwing the fans into the radiator, where you're gonna need 12, a total of 4 for each fan. Okay, now I'm just gonna drop this into the case, put the washer on the screw, and then we're gonna go over here and start screwing this in. I like to start with the corners and not doing it all the way, just so you still have like a way to adjust it if you need to. Here, you leave it loose. You can kind of like slide it around if you need to. I'm just gonna do all of these now. Cool. Oh, twist it once, take it off. And then there's like a rounded side. Make sure the rounded side goes away from this thermal paste side. Basically, I don't even know how to explain. There has to be like an easier way of figuring this out, but I want the tubes downwards, so I just did it that way. All right, and now we can install this. So we're just gonna match up the holes. And then we need to find the nuts. If you have it laying down, it'll just stay. Here are the little thumb nuts, as they call them. I've been using an electric screwdriver this whole time, but I think the magnetic one is just better for this. So we're gonna slowly tighten them in an X pattern. We don't wanna like do it all at once. Okay. And here is the graphics card we're using today. This is the ASUS Prime RTX 5070. And I'm just gonna go ahead and open this up. And here it is. Almost just dropped it. Super cute. There's also a switch here for performance versus quiet mode that you can toggle. That's what the back looks like. And yeah, I just love how clean the Prime GPUs look because they just look super simplistic and just nice. So no matter which way you mount it, like standard or vertical, it just looks good. We did pretty much all of the cable management before installing the actual power supply. So here we are actually going to plug in all the cables into the PSU. Make sure you plug them in all the way and that they click, especially that GPU cable. You do not want that not plugged in all the way. Now we're gonna go ahead and install this power supply fan side down into the case. The case actually came with a GPU anti-sag bracket as well that I'm gonna go ahead and install. Even though the 5070 isn't a super heavy card, it's just better to have this. And now it's finally time to install that RTX 5070. So you're gonna go ahead and unscrew the 2 screws on the side, take out the brackets, and then make sure the cover on the GPU is actually taken off so you can actually slot it in. Then all we have to do is plug it in, tighten the screws back, and put that GPU anti-sag bracket into place. And with that, the build is done. So now all we have to do is pop the panels on and turn it on. That ASUS cooler does have an LCD screen on it, so I went ahead and popped a GIF on. And then I know you guys are curious to see what the other juicebox flavors look like with the finished build, so here is with the panels swapped. And yes, the case does actually come with a magnetic straw, which I love. I had so much fun building this PC, and I really love how the juice boxes look. So if you want to grab one of these cases or even a pre-built using a juice box case, be sure to check out Ironside. I'll link it down in the description, but this video is not sponsored. I genuinely just love their designs. They're just so cute and fun. Let me know down in the comments which flavor I should build in next, and be sure to follow for more aesthetic PC building and tech videos. Bye guys!